I'll come back. 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 I'll come back.
All right, let me give her a refresh and see what we got. And I'm seeing that we are live. Oh, and you fixed it so it said Drew at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yay. What I
We're
see
professional.
is, oh, we're very professional all the time. In the sense that we're never professional ever. Anyway,
Professional.
It's that time.
it's time.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the Barcast, where the bar gets lower every single week. Your bartenders for this evening will be a non-pencil.
I came up with the name Barcast, not Enigma. Don't believe a word he says. He's full of shit.
Enigmatic Otaku.
I plead Mandela effect.
Milk.
I don't know what the Mandela effect is.
Ravage.
Enigma's full of shit.
And my name is Flutter Priest. This week, we are continuing HRPC month. And this week, we have another extremely important guest who is a staff member of HRPC. We have Drew. His name's Drew. His name is Drew. Hi, Drew.
It's Drucificious, like it says.
He's Drucificious.
I don't speak Chinese.
Drew is fine.
Oh god.
Wow, that's how we're starting. Okay, let's do. Welcome, Drew.
Thanks for having me.
For those who are tuning into the Barcast for the first time, or you're coming back, thank you. We are a user-submitted podcast where you choose the guests, we get the guests, then you ask the questions, and we make them miserable for 2 hours. We have all of our previous casts available on iTunes, Google Play, and SoundCloud, and our contacts
and YouTube. Don't forget YouTube, please.
And content that's hosted on YouTube, which is then reposted to Ponyville Live. If you're interested in hearing more, be sure to hit that like and subscribe at the end of the video. Oh god, that feels so dirty. I can't do that anymore.
Doesn't
Oh,
it feel
God.
dirty?
It does.
It feels dirty saying it like Rob.
But please do subscribe.
Right now, we are streaming live on Twitch, where we are interacting with the chat. Hi, chat. If you have any additional questions as we go through all of everything that's been posted on FemFiction, be sure to post it in the lovely Anon Pencil. We'll watch the chat for any questions that you might have. Pencil, what's a good question that we're not going to relay back to Drucificious?
Well, we're not going to ask the usual questions such as how old are you, religious stuff, political stuff, etc., or anything that's going to really incriminate him, like what voice actor coming to the con do you hate? Like, we're not going to do that. However, we have been told that we can let loose on Drew a little bit. So if you want to just like start asking about dick sizes and stuff, I'm not going to stop you this time. Have at, kids. Like, go for it, children. This is what we're doing. Drew, you can handle that, right?
If you knew my friends in Tucson, then yeah, I can handle it.
Yeah, exactly. He can handle it. You heard it. He said it. That's consent. Everybody heard it. Anyway.
All right, so let's jump straight in. I don't think I've forgotten anything except for the obvious thing, the drinking words. Every barcast that we do, we have words that when we say them, you can at home do the drink. Man, that was a train whack. This week's guests are guests and VIPR. Oh my god. Can I move on to the questions? I'm good at that.
Yeah, go ahead, sweetie.
Okay. All right, Drew. Who are you and what have you done / do for the fandom?
My name's Drew. I've been in the community since 2012. First started doing conventions. My first ever burning convention was Las Pegasus Unicon.
Ooh.
So that, and I was just attending, and seeing that train wreck made me want to work cons, specifically in guest relations, and so I started doing that. And first year was just BronyCon, which I had a blast doing. Next year was BronyCon, and then I realized I want to do more. So I did couple more that year, and then in the next year I did about 10.
Whew.
Wow.
Then the year after that, 9.
Ooh.
And then it's with that coupled with some real life stuff made me have to leave for a while. So I've been doing a lot of guest relations for a few years, and this year I'm really back.
Wonderful. So then I have the real question to ask: how do you afford the plane tickets for so many cons?
Seriously.
I actually drove a lot of the time. Like I drove to Kansas City, I drove to Austin, I drove to Houston, I drove to LA.
Wow.
Your playlist must be very impressive.
Is that generally cheaper or?
Generally, yes. I've got a 99 Corolla, so it's really good gas mileage, you know.
Oh, not bad. All right.
And I do
all right.
straight shots. I don't wait anywhere.
Starstorm would like to point out from the chat, I drove your ass, boy.
I didn't say anything about Milwaukee, and actually the car drove us.
Sass. Master Drew here.
The other thing I think that's probably worth saying is that while we're interviewing you here, what you say isn't necessarily reflective on HRPC. So if you have a hot opinion like Unicon is trash, that's you talking, not HRPC.
Everything I say is Starstorm approved.
Wonderful.
Oh God! Yes. We heard it here.
Okay, then let's move on to the next question. How did you personally get into the fandom?
Personally, I was just surfing Funny Junk, just bored out of my mind in between league games, and I came across this video of this yellow Pegasus in a deep voice singing, and I'm like, okay, how is that adorable? Like, what the fuck's going on here? And I just
Evil
watched
Enchantress.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I watched the first season, and I'm like, okay, all right, when's the second season? Oh fuck! And it was like right at the end of that first season.
Oh my
For a
god.
second there, I thought you were describing Priest because he uses a yellow Pegasus and he has a deep voice.
What the fuck?
No, this is like 2012,
Yeah,
late
dude.
2011, yeah.
Yeah, no, I felt you.
So that got me into the show, but then Meetup.com happened, and there was a local. It was just a Phoenix one for a while.
Really?
And yeah, there was nothing in Tucson. So one local person in Tucson decided to start making Tucson meetups, and I started going to those, and I met all my current best friends through that.
So
some of which are watching now.
Yay, hi friends.
So let's touch on that for a second, because a lot of people that watch our podcast may not necessarily want to go out to brony meetups because maybe they have social anxiety, or they've went before and have negative meetup experiences. How do you feel on brony meetups, bronymeetup.com, brony Facebook groups? How's that personally been for you?
I mean, personally, it's been highly impactful for my life. Like my 3-4 best friends, I would not have known without that, and so it means a lot in that way. It can be a double-edged sword though, because we had some issues we had to deal with. Some older people and then some younger people, and that it doesn't always mix together well.
Right, of course. There's in any social group, especially where you're trying to invite people in, there's always going to be struggles.
Yeah, but eventually, I actually became one of the leaders of the Tucson meetup group for about a couple years before it really just died down, and no one really wants to take up the reins again because I got too busy with con work.
No, I feel you, and good on you for trying to really bring more of your community together to try and bring possible friends together. That's really admirable. So moving on, what would you say is your favorite part of the fandom? The online community, fanfics, cons, music, art?
For me, it's mixed between the music and the art, as well as just the friends you can meet through it.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Well, I mean, not just other bronies, but like I've met so many people that I would have never met in any kind of situation before, like Peter and Nicole and all them. Like I would have never met them without the brony community.
It's true.
And they're amazing people.
All right. If there was one thing you could say to your followers or your fans or your friends or your haters, what would it be?
I'm not that bad of a guy. Come on.
That's all. Just telling people,
Yeah.
nah, I'm not that bad
A
a guy.
lot. I mean, like, I don't know. I seem to always find myself in some kind of controversy one way or the other at some cons. I don't know how I get into it.
Aw. But wait, you run at them. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Just-
Remember how I used to run work for 10 cons. Now I'm doing 3 this year.
oh.
And
Well-
it's mostly my choice, but, like, you know, what can I say? Like, I try my best.
That's totally fine. And hey, we're not going to press. There's no judgments here.
I hope there is.
Unless you like pineapple and pizza, then just fuck off.
I do like pineapple on Alfredo.
Okay, we're
pizza.
done.
Yeah,
Just
get
turn it
out.
off. We're
Get
done.
out.
And I know Bill also did, so just suck it.
Hey,
it's
you
so
be
good.
nice to Alfredo pizza.
Fuck you,
Alfredo pizza is it's
Okay.
like cheese bread.
I know what
Pizza.
Alfredo
The
is.
best
damn it.
is Alfredo with pineapple and bacon.
No.
Okay. We might need to take a step back.
But why?
The combination
It
of
sounds
sweet
delicious.
and savory.
No.
I gotta say that still sounds more appetizing than that Mexican pizza that Milk sent me.
Yeah, I know. We sent you a horrible Mexican pizza, and it was actually awful. I'm sorry
Hey,
about that.
it's better than spicy none left beef.
Spicy none left beef pizza is a great pizza. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, let's move on to the next question. What are you most excited to see or do at HRPC?
I don't know. I haven't been to Vegas since Unicon, and I wasn't even 21 yet. So drinking in Vegas would be cool.
Ooh.
Well, that will be fun. I'm fine with that. By the way, I hope you're all keeping up with your drinks, because we've said quite a few things.
Yes, we have. Last but not least, it's time to get controversial. It's time to see if you can apparently win your job back, because HRPC Vegas just said that a new job opening came out and they're looking for a director of VIPR relations.
So considering the things that have happened since I joined, he can't fire me.
Wow,
You're a
that's-
liar.
Hashtag fired.
Loving the sass, though, Drew. Loving the sass, Drew. You keep that shit up, man.
Let's get political. Who is best pony?
Best pony is Daybreaker.
Holy shit!
Oh my goodness.
Good choice.
Show me your
Is this the
homework.
first Daybreaker chooser on the
Yes.
cast?
Yep.
Oh my god!
However, there's a lot of types of best pony. Best pony is Daybreaker. Best princess is Luna.
Oh.
But best
Really?
real princess is Princess Big Mac.
Show your notes. Why is Daybreaker best?
The design, the personality, the epicness, the voice.
The voice.
I don't know. The way she acts makes me think that she's a valley girl.
What?
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 Enigma. Shut up.
Rav tried to be.
Oh, I know. Rav just did like that hesitant laugh that he's trying to impress friends. Like, Enigma, shut up.
Like, right now, I get the feeling Rav is actually like Enigma's little like conscience shoulder, just going like, "Dude, shut up! You're gonna get yourself fucked over."
Drew, you are getting pulled in another controversy right now.
I'm
Oh.
okay with that.
All right.
This is not the controversy I worry about.
We know it's coming. We know it's coming.
Speaking of knowing what's coming, this is the time that everyone's waiting for. We're going to go to some user-submitted questions. We're going to start with questions out on FimFiction, but obviously if you want to submit your own questions, throw them in that Twitch chat. Pencil,
We already have a Twitch chat question, actually.
Oh, throw it out.
How big's your penis?
Big enough.
That's
Hot.
a great answer.
This is when the screaming cowboy comes in. Ah!
God, stop.
All right. Let's go to questions from Tony Montana. What happens in Vegas?
I can't tell you about that. It stays there.
Ooh. And then suddenly there are no hype videos about what happened at HRPC. All right. Let's see. The question comes up again for what are you looking forward to the most for HRPC? Any additional thoughts?
I did just sign another guest, so I'm really excited to see there.
What can we know? Do we get to know like their hair is hair
Is-
or something like that?
Is she a cool person?
They
Ooh,
are a very awesome person.
Well, there
wonderful.
you go. We know they're human. Thank you.
I am happy to know that we have awesome people coming to HRPC, which is why you should go. Let's see. Next question. We have a fuck, marry, kill scenario. You have to choose between matrimonium, mortis, and coitus.
So I have to choose fuck, marry, kill between fucking, marrying, and killing?
Yes, but Latin style.
Gotcha. Okay, well, Mortis is also a planet in Star Wars, so you can't fuck or marry that, so I'll kill the planet.
Wow.
Wow, you just made a Superman.
I don't want to marry the act of sex, I'll fuck sex, and then I'll marry marriage.
That's
Yay.
I mean, that went about as well as we could have hoped. Thank you.
Let's see.
I mean, if you're trying to, tap death, you basically be Thanos. Really? No. Okay.
Wait, what about Xanatos?
I mean, Enigma.
No
he
one
tried-
knows Piers
tried to-
Anthony?
He tried to talk to you, Enigma. He gave it a shot, and you just went silent on it. So,
Well, he didn't get Thanos, and I didn't get Xanatos, so.
I know Thanos, but like Xanatos is the aspect of death.
Isn't Xanatos the villain from Gargoyles?
Oh my god.
That's with an X. I'm talking about the Z.
Mythology. It's how you have to learn to do things.
That's going on the album.
Anyway.
All right. Let's go to the next question so that Enigma can crawl out of his awkward hole or die in it. We have questions from RK Striker JK5. He starts by saying, what is your favorite non-MLP franchise?
Franchise in general would be Dresden Files. But like in terms of shows, it'd be Next Generation.
Yes.
Yay! Oh, that makes me very happy.
Oh man, that's
I
awesome.
have to ask. Favorite next gen episode?
Ooh. Probably.
If you don't know the name, that's fine. You can just say the one with blank.
No, I'm choosing between 3 right now.
Okay, I'm curious. I'm so curious. Tell me. What are they?
Probably when they go to the continuum for the first time, the Q continuum.
Oh, and it's like that little,
Wait,
that
you mean
little
the
like
first episode?
Western
The
house.
the just stretch
Yeah.
of road, and it was just so surreal.
I loved that.
I like the one where everyone's de-evolving on the ship.
Oh, and Riker becomes a caveman, like he always was. Yeah.
I can't unsee now that ever since Riker grew a beard, he's just awful.
It's interesting. As his beard gets longer, his brain cells get smaller in that show, and I love it.
And that's why he eventually leaves the Enterprise to become his own captain, because his brain got so small he made the wrong decision.
It's true.
That's
I
fine.
mean, why would you leave the Enterprise, right?
I just want to remind you guys that Worf got his back broken by an empty barrel.
Moving on.
I
Number
know
two.
you're typing.
How
Sorry.
difficult can it be organizing a con?
You have no idea.
I bet.
I'm currently, well, not only am I right now a bouncer at a strip club, but I'm also a cook at that strip club and a cook at the bar they also own down the street. So I can work a maximum of 70 hours a week right now.
Oh.
Plus doing all the convention work for both High Roller, and I also do guest relations for Everfree with Scott.
Oh. Man, you are too good for this brony world.
It's true.
There's a reason I had to take a break.
Hey, no, I totally understand, man. Number 3. Do you know when to hold them, when to fold them, know when to walk away, or when to run?
I believe that's when the dealing's done.
Of course.
Well done. Well done.
All right. Let's see. Now we're going to questions from Rundown Jet. That Canadian guy here with a question for everyone, and perhaps shockingly, it has nothing to do with Gloria's bagged milk this time. Gotta
Thank
stay
God.
fresh after all. Kill me. Now, are you boys hockey fans by any chance? If so, who's your favorite club, and why is it the Montreal Canadiens?
It's definitely not them. It's definitely the Washington Capitals because Ovechkin's a fucking beast.
I like the Caps.
Well, let me have. I have something to say to you, then, my friend. CAPS. Oh, come on! You don't go to their games? Jesus, man.
I don't live there anymore. I haven't lived there in like 16 years.
Wow.
Wow.
And you still watch?
Of course.
Oh, awesome. No, like the last time I went to a game there was probably about 8 years ago. But no, Caps are great. They're my East Coast team.
It's a point of contention between me and some of the Vancouver peeps.
I could see that. Vancouver peeps are very strong in their ways. As a fan, I know that. So, yeah.
For the most part, this podcast is Sharks territory, but the Blues and Wild are also welcome.
Yeah, because our people from SoCal don't cheer on the Kings or the Ducks because they're decent folk. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that right, Enigma? You're decent for not being a fan of the Ducks or the Kings?
I'm sorry, you guys mentioned sports, and I started looking up Derpy Boru.
All right. Let's go to someone called Drucificious, who has questions for you, Drew. What did I agree to again?
I don't know.
How did you convince me to do this?
Wait, no, what?
And finally, please don't make the drinking word VIPs or guests. I'll die.
Well, we're currently on that track.
We did both! By the way, that's 2 drinks for everyone playing along at home. So get to drinking.
All right, we got the next question, which is from that other guy. Let's see. In the behind the counter chat, I'm posting a picture for you. How does this make you feel?
Like, I haven't had enough to drink. Let me fix that.
Yeah, now you're getting to the spirit of things.
Can we show this to a non-brony and ask what they think is going on in the scene?
I would love to, but I don't even know really. Like
Fail teleported Danny DeVito watches over his horse child.
that's not bad. That's actually not bad at all. That was a really good attempt.
All right. Milk, be sure to refresh the page if you get the chance. Next question is, on a scale of 16 to 53, how do you rate the MLP movie? If you haven't watched it, what gives? I mean, do you even know the way?
Well, let's see. I'd say 38. And yes, I've watched it. In fact, one of my best friends bought me it for my belated birthday
Oh, that's so nice of them.
because I reminded him he forgot to.
Good job.
No, I mean, like he said, I'm going to send you something for your birthday. And then, like, 3 months later, I'm like, hey, did you ever send me that? He's like, oh, fuck, I forgot.
Good job, buddy.
All right. The next question is, what is your favorite video game?
Okay, that's another hard question. So, favorite, like, game just of all time that I've always played, that I'll go back to anytime is Star Fox 64, obviously.
Nice.
But, like, favorite franchise is Dynasty Warriors, because, like, killing all those things just is always fun.
Well, Princess stepped away for a moment, so I will pick that up since we just went over video game, correct?
Yeah, well, I was saying, and then, but currently I'm playing League of Legends a lot,
Oh.
but Dark Souls 3 is amazing too, so I can't really choose between those 4.
So you really like games that like punch you in the gut repeatedly and expect you to get up and ask for more.
Yes, because I don't rage at games like a lot of people do.
Yeah, a lot of people that really gets to them having to do things over and over again, trying really, really hard to get better, and in some cases, like the case of Priest, not getting better. So I can understand that, but that does make me curious about your next question, which is, what's your favorite boss fight then?
Okay, there's a lot of those. Let's see. Probably both Artorias and Soul of Cinder from Dark Souls.
Why
But-
so?
Just the complexity and just the epicness of it. And then Artorias is just full on, just one-on-one. There's no like stuff in the area you have to worry about. It's just full on between the two of you.
I like how when you fight Artorias, he's got a body hanging at the end of his sword.
Yeah. But also, like, Xand from Twilight Princess was a pretty epic fight, too.
Oh, that guy who
I
just
remember that.
he flails his sword arms at you all like pathetically.
Yeah.
No, that made my little heart warm for a second, because there was a moment during some of the boss battles in Twilight Princess where I was like, oh, this is relating me all the way back to like ye olden Zelda. Like, I remember some of these game mechanics just in much crappier form back in Link to the Past. This is great. So no, my little heart was warmed by that shit. Oh god, okay, Priest isn't here, so I have to do this, unless I guess.
Are you sure about that?
Priest, please do it. I don't want to try to imitate Skeletor.
Okay, number 3.
I kind of want to hear Skeletor penciled now.
No.
Have you accepted Skeletor, the master of the universe, into your heart?
Honestly, I prefer Mum Ra.
Ooh, that's rude.
Throwing shade.
I mean, Mumra was like he's like Palpatine 1 second, then he's swole the next.
We have a question from the chat from Dexanth. Says, Drew, who is the best girl in Love? It's either Love Live or Love Live, and I've never asked.
I've never watched it, so I'll just say a name like Lena. How about that?
Lena's a nice name. Okay, Lena's a good name. Let's go with that.
All right. And then, oh man, this is my favorite iteration of this question I think I've ever seen Sunbro do. Number 4. You are in the pwn zone. What business do you start?
Something having to do with potatoes, because so far from all the show, like there's no fried potato, no potato anything. So I bet potatoes would be amazing there.
Actually, in the earlier episodes, Spike, when he went to that restaurant with Twilight, he ordered fries.
Hay fries. Those were hay fries.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't see why potato fries couldn't be a thing. Like, why did they have to be
Right?
hay fries? Potatoes.
But no,
are
they
delicious.
order hay fries. So if they have never seen potato fries, which means it'd be an instant hit.
Oh yeah.
Can horses even eat potatoes?
Yes.
Actually, I don't know. I will have to look that shit up. I actually don't know.
If only we had a horse charity.
Even if horses can't, like I'm sure ponies can. You know what I mean?
Because I remember that potatoes were poisoned to some animal.
Poison? Oh, it is poison. But when potatoes are green in any way, they're incredibly poisonous to horses, and it can kill them.
A quick Google search says, "Are potatoes poisonous to horses?" It's indeed. Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Potatoes
are poisonous to horses.
Are ponies really horses? I don't think so.
Well,
so we should feed them. Go ahead.
I'm looking into it, and it looks like some horses can handle them just fine. You just don't want to feed them like a fuck ton of them. It's more like poinsettia leaves. You really just don't want to eat like 5 whole poinsettia plants, but if you eat 1 poinsettia leaf, you're probably fine.
Yeah.
So I was sort of right again.
Yeah.
The potato part isn't toxic, but the leaves and other parts are. And it is a member of the nightshade family.
Well, I did know that, which is why I was like, I don't know.
Mobile Sam is probably just like stroking his cock right now. Yes, potatoes!
Probably accurate.
All right. Number 5. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Right behind you.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
I actually looked over my shoulder.
Why did you do that?
Because I am easily manipulatable. Number 6. Do you even praise, bro?
I praise all day. Remember, Daybreaker, best pony.
That is a great point. Yeah, you are about as praisey as you can get.
You know,
Crazy.
You can praise that pony, but you can never pet her. Isn't her hair made of fire?
I'm sure she can turn that off.
Hey, and if you were really devoted, you'd pet her anyway, man.
I mean, I live in Arizona. It's basically the same thing.
Oh, yeah, no.
If she could turn her hair fire off, wouldn't that be like Hades from the Disney movies, where if that's off, he's bald?
Exactly.
That would be an interesting thing to see.
Now I just have this image of this Klopfic where like the human character's trying to fuck Daybreaker, and every time he thrusts in, like the tail gets in the way, so he gets burned.
That sounds awful in like every way.
Yeah.
Sounds like something you would write, Pencil.
It does, doesn't it?
I mean, you could probably incorporate candle play into that somehow easily.
Dripping. Oh, spoiler alert, Daybreaker's actually just a candle.
That face won a candle. All right. Killscreen now comes in with some questions.
Oh, who's that guy?
I don't know, but it should be familiar to you. He only has one question. I think he's asking about your coffee preferences. He wants to know, do you prefer A cup, B cup, C cup, or D cup?
If we're talking about coffee, then it's K cups, obviously.
Yeah. Nah, but the titty size, though.
That'd be... The correct answer isn't there, and that's double D's.
So you want watermelons upside your head kind of boobs.
You want
I
giant
didn't say G's or F.
So it's like
I'm
double
not talking about
Ds,
like
though?
good size cantaloupe melon.
Okay, I was
Just
when I was
enough to
watermelon,
strangle.
I was thinking like the little summer watermelons that are round, not like the big, long ones. So
Oh,
Or the Japanese square watermelons.
no.
can you imagine?
That's some Laura Croft
Imagine.
tits!
Or some Minecraft porn, which is on YouTube.
Oh, why? Now that's in my head.
Why? Why did you go to Minecraft porn?
It exists. It exists.
I know it exists! Why did you bring it up on the podcast?
For this reaction.
Touche. Touche.
I got you there.
All right. Next question is from Short Skirts and Explosions, who asks his signature question, what doth life?
There was a quote that I used to know that would be perfect for this question. Hold on. Let me remember it. Oh, fuck. Hold on. I am a collection of atoms that experienced a quadrillion lifetimes worth of pain and suffering, euphoria and joy, curiosity and wonder, apathy and nothingness. There's meaning in this life. You just have to look for it.
Ooh.
You
It
know,
sounds like a superhero. Who was it?
I don't remember. I've tried trying to find out who said that quote for a long time, and I can't find it.
except
I
for
had
the
a friend.
natural-
I had a friend who told me that, or a character that said something similar to that, and hell if I remember who it was.
Oh, wow. We're doing actually
That
really
was
Sorry, I got too
hilarious.
deep.
No,
Sorry,
no
I got too
worries.
deep.
No, it's all
We all
good.
just like had to sit and think about that for just like a hot minute. We're like, damn, that's some real shit.
But back to boobies.
Yeah.
I mean,
let's see.
Drew, do you like your boobies with scales?
I'm not a scaly, no. I have a friend who is, though, I used to live with, and he drew stuff like that all the time.
Oh, like what kind of scale are we talking here? Are we talking like eels, or are we talking like lip?
Oh, I mean, everything. Like, he had a folder dedicated to it that I accidentally stumbled upon while I was fixing his computer.
Oh,
How did he react? How did he react? Like, how do you react when you're trying to just help someone and you run into their porn?
I don't remember. That was years ago.
Because I remember when I did it for a friend once, I will never forget his reaction. He's like, "Oh, you can copy that if you want."
I think it might have been something similar to that.
Nice.
He's pretty nonchalant about it.
I remember, Priest, I remember we stumbled upon something that you thought was porn in the computer I sent you.
oh God.
I'm not following you.
The taco video.
Oh, right. Yeah. I don't know why. Let's not get into that. All right. Let's see. We have questions now from Alex, and we're doing really well through the questions this week. So, by all means, go ahead and post more stuff in Twitch. I know the Amazing Me already has one there. We'll do it after we get through an Alex question.
You got that handled?
Yeah, I can do it.
Awesome.
Alex underscore, first of all, made you a special Drew emoji for you.
Which I fucking love.
It's so cute.
His first question is, have you ever slipped on your balls and injured them?
Considering I fall asleep sitting up looking at my computer, yes, all the time.
Oh, God.
I feel you, man.
How do people do this?
I can
We got
sleep
the
standing up too. Like I can sleep anywhere.
Listen, Priest, maybe Drew and I just have big balls.
There's
Yeah.
also probably that.
Okay, fair enough. Let's see. Let's take a few from the chat. The Amazing Me asks, would you be able to cut through your own leg should you ever become trapped under a boulder in the wilderness?
Maybe, I don't know. Depends on if I have any booze.
You bleed out faster if you have the booze, though, just so you know.
Sure, but like I get out of there at least, probably, maybe, I don't know.
If you had like a torch, you could like cauterize yourself.
So at least you die free.
If you
At
don't
least
have
I die drunk.
That's true too.
if you don't have any tools with you, how are you gonna sever the leg? You gonna bite into it?
Some
I've heard
kind
of
of
people doing
tourniquet.
it.
All right. Let's see. Hat Vandermoose now asks, how about crystal tacos?
That's Crystal's Tacos. That's an inside joke. That's totally different.
I
The
know,
next
which is why I altered the question. Yeah, which is, yeah. Anyway, moving on.
No, Hat Vandermoose does have a question, though, which is, who's going to be the next princess and why?
Pretty sure that says next princes, so...
Princes?
Who's going to be
Who's
the next
prince?
princess?
Let's see. Let's say Spike.
Spike is going to be the next prince.
No!
Actually, he probably could. I mean, for his entire life, he's been sending, royal decrees back and forth. And he's written them, so he probably knows a thing or two about politics.
And technically, he's the brother of a princess, in a way.
I
Yeah.
don't want it.
So that kind
I
of
don't-
technically makes him a prince.
No!
But then again, we've seen hints of what would happen if he was in power. Remember that episode, Princess Spike?
Oh my god.
Yeah, well, he obviously would have to be older.
I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't
See,
want
I
it.
thought that we were going to go the easy route and be like, oh, the next prince is going to be Bruno Mars.
God damn it, Priest.
He can play guitar. Okay, moving on. Let's see. Alex's next question, what is your funniest anecdote? So a story that you would tell at a bar to get some friends to laugh.
Oh, man. I don't have many of those that I can talk about.
What about
like,
at your
record?
What about at your place of business?
Oh, hey, okay, yeah. Let's see.
It's okay. We'll wait.
There were folks that were asking in the chat earlier, like, oh, have him tell stories from his job. And we're just getting hype.
Well, let's I can't. There's one person who works there who, if she's watching, she might get upset if I tell some of these stories.
Now I really want you to tell them. Now I really want you to tell them.
Let me see if she's in the chat. Hold on.
I mean, we can blame you. You can blame us and say like we put a gun to your head or some shit. If
Yeah,
it
but
helps.
I have to see her. I have to see her tomorrow, though.
I know, but you can be just like, they tried to hurt me in my naughty places. I'm sorry.
They threatened my big balls.
All right. How about there was this one guy who became a bouncer there and was talking about how he was ex-military and he can handle himself in any kind of situation and like he'll back up anyone there. And he took over for me when I did the opening shift. He came in on the closing shift, and not an hour after I left, this drunk guy was causing some issues, and he had to get up and try to calm him down or kick him out, and the guy just laid him right out with one hit. And it was just the funniest thing because everyone started recording it because the guy just started just completely just one-shot him. But every day after that, he'd try to say that, oh no, I took him down with me, and like, no, he didn't knock me out. It's like, no, we got it on video, dude.
Oh yeah, those.
Oh my god.
He quit like a week or two later.
Probably out of embarrassment, like, holy shit, just getting knocked the fuck out.
Yeah. We go through bouncers like crazy. Like, I've been there for about 11 months now, and I've already trained like 20 of them.
Jeez.
20? That's insane. Like, is there any? I mean, do they not offer medical or anything like that? Considering the
So
workplace
if
risk.
you're just a doorman, you have a maximum of 30 hours a week, so they avoid that.
Ooh, okay.
But because I'm doorman and cook, I can get up to 40 there. And then because I also work at the bar, I can get another 30 there as a cook.
Wait, what kind of...
Are you
okay.
gonna ask, like, are you about to ask, like, what kind of place like that has food? For you?
Yes!
So
Oh,
That
yeah,
doesn't
that
happen
happens-
where I live.
That happens
Well,
where I
me and my-
live.
me and my friends, like I brought up in our group chat, and like they made me realize like it's so people don't leave to go get food. Instead of them
that's smart.
leaving when they're hungry, they just eat there and keep spending money.
So you work at Hooters.
Something like that.
Jesus Christ!
Without the top.
There's a place where I used to go when I was having fun that is that type of place of business, and they were actually known specifically for their prime rib. Like, people would go just for the prime rib, and they had a separate area you could sit away from all of the festivities just to fucking eat, because they got known enough for their food.
The
And I
two
never
things
did
we
that.
do are 99-cent burger and fries on Fridays until
Whoa.
7 o'clock, and
Nice.
free tacos after 11 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays.
Really? Tacos?
Yeah.
That's precious, I have to say.
How many times have you suggested that this free taco should be on Tuesday?
I've suggested a couple times, but our kitchen's not open that late on Tuesdays.
Oh.
Okay. Still, just I mean, like, I can just see you looking directly into somebody's eyes and be like, hey, have you tried the tacos here?
Oh no, I've gotten a bunch of laughs out of people. It's either that or like when I stop them at the door and I say you can't bring in those guns, and I just point to their arms.
Oh, that's cute.
I get a laugh.
I get a
laugh. I get so many tips from that. You have no idea.
I bet. That's an adorable thing. Oh, what about ladies you go in? Do you say anything to them?
I'm just no, like I usually ask, oh, you dance here?
Oh,
shit.
They usually find it flattering, so it
And
works out.
the rest
usually.
of the time, they get really angry, right?
Yeah, because they're usually with their boyfriend.
I don't want to be here. All right.
Perfect.
He brought us over here for the meals.
We're here for the prime rib.
Oh, god damn it.
Okay, number 3.
No, we don't serve steak anymore. We did up until like a couple months ago.
I would
Not
think
since the steak incident.
It just wasn't selling.
Oh,
That's
okay, fair enough.
But oh well.
Number 3. How relieved are you that the Barcast didn't completely screw up Bill last week?
Considering that I'm the one who got him for you, super fucking relieved.
Were you worried? Were you like super worried?
Well, so to be completely honest and like
Honest?
straightforward, like I didn't know what the Barcast was when I first got him for you guys.
Oh.
You lucked
Wonderful.
out that we are responsible adults, damn it.
Well, no. So when I got him to say yes, then I actually realized, oh, maybe I should see what this is all about. Watched an episode. I was like, oh, hold on. What did I just get him agreed to? He trusts me for this. Like, what did I just do this?
It's like recommending your friend here go use this bathroom, even though you go in, and then they go in and find out there's a glory hole right there.
It was basically that, yeah.
Then someone locks it from the other side, and then the next thing you know, like
There's
you
a
have to.
dick. There's
Yeah.
a dick through a hole. Yeah, you know.
That's why I always carry a knife on me. Anyway.
But he told me he had a great time. He'd do it again, but maybe like later.
Well, obviously, but
Oh yeah.
did he actually say that like he had a good time and he'd do it again? Did he really say that?
I mean, he said he had fun.
That's
okay.
He'd do a podcast like this again. Maybe not this one.
Okay.
Got it.
No.
Got it. I
No,
feel
fine.
bad.
No, that's a serious. That's a tagline. We can go like
No, I'm
Bill
kidding.
Newton. I might do this again.
Podcast.
Perfect. Flawless. Excellent.
Or no, we could just have dots on both sides, and it says a podcast.
Perfect.
Anyway.
That's our soundbite. Oh god,
All right.
I feel like horrible now, but that's fine.
To everyone, what has been the best Enigma quip so far? How's he doing compared to last week?
Oh.
Considering he pissed off, Anon already with the
Yeah.
whole Barcast
God.
naming thing, not so great.
Oh, boy. That wasn't
All right.
on the precast, was it? Was that
No.
precast?
There was no
Yeah.
pre-cum cast. That'll happen privately. They don't know that you were a lying piece of shit who tried to steal credit for the
I'm
name
not
of the Barcast
lying.
from me.
I'm not lying. I honestly believe that I'm the one who came up with it. That's how I
I
remember.
believe that, but I have evidence to prove you wrong.
There was just 20 minutes of shouting before the cast came on.
It's
just
true.
so you
It's actually accurate.
All right. Let's move on to questions with Vylon.
Oh, fuck, that's me.
Yes.
It's time for questions with Vylon.
Yay. All right. First question from Vylon to you, Drew. Would you rather sniff your uncle's finger or a toddler's armpit?
My uncle's really clean, so my uncle.
Oh, nice. And then
It'd be weird for both of us, but yeah.
And then the question.
Weird.
Oh God! All right, Vylon updated.
Yep, Vylon updated, and it is time. I am so excited.
You are on a bus, and the seat next to you is free. A 9 out of 10 hot girl wearing a miniskirt steps in and sits down next to you. Her arm gently rubs against your shoulder as the bus drives on a bumpy road. She notices you getting uncomfortable and looks into your eyes. She smiles. She lays her hands on her thighs, still smiling, but looking forward. Her miniskirt slips up slightly. You try not to get a boner. She gets a boner. Will you tap that, or will you drop that?
It's a trap!
That doesn't answer the question.
I would not tap that.
Okay. But fellas, is it gay?
As long as it's a feminine dick, it's fine.
All right.
I know
And then-
a friend of mine who would, though. In fact, I'm pretty sure he had a similar experience.
Oh.
But I won't talk any more about that.
We were all
Fair
waiting,
enough.
like, just hanging. You're like, is
No, he's in the chat, so I won't say it.
poor baby. We won't do that then.
Okay, let's see. The next question. Oh God, we tried to stick away from this on the Billcast. Now we can finally do it. I'm gonna do my best job on this. Rainbow Dash wants you to clean her nose with your finger. Do you know the way?
Not bad.
I usually don't know the way because I get lost easy. Like, holy crap.
Hey, priest.
Yes.
He does not know the way.
You must have Ebola to know the way.
We're done now, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the entire extent of the meme. We're done.
Can I just say, I love having Drew as a guest, just so we can drink because we did that.
Because every time you say guest, we just drink more for our
Yep.
guests.
That's
It's
correct.
true. All right, Not Enough Coffee now has questions on. Oh my gosh, I like that new avatar on New Coffee. Please tell me where that's from. Anyway, moving on.
If you get another waifu priest, another one, I'm gonna have to hurt you. No.
Moving on. Hopes and dreams, Drew? What are your hopes and dreams?
Having a job that means I can take care of everyone I care about.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
All right. What are your gripes, gropes, or moans?
Gropes, whoa.
Getting pulled into drama I need to avoid.
Ooh.
It happens way too fucking much.
Are gropes different than gripes and moans, though? Because if so, I have questions.
Pretty sure that's all the same.
Okay, all right. Yeah, groping is the same. Just like, I'm complaining. Let me grab a tit. Anyway.
Let's see. How can I twist this around to get a genuine answer? What would you say is your con pet peeve?
Ooh.
Whether it be people
this is
who
easy,
do
actually.
panels,
It's easy. It's easy.
gophers.
In
What's
the
up?
autograph room, when I'm handling for a guest and the person just won't get the hint that it's time for them to go.
How often does that happen?
All the fucking time.
Ooh.
Like, dude, I'm just saying, okay, we got a big line. We got to keep moving. He was like, oh, but I have a few more questions. Like, okay, you've been here for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's usually not that kind of conversation, but like it's those people who just don't get it. Like, I know there's social graces a lot of people don't get, but like, man, it's just a pet peeve. I know I can't really do much about it, but it's just a peeve.
That's just how, starstruckness works.
No, enough about the strip club and tell us the con.
Yeah, I would rather hear about pony conventions than, women taking off clothes. What does that say about us?
Huh. Welcome to the Barcast.
That's
All right, now we have questions from HRPC Vegas, and I am digging that avatar. Holy crap. That looks tastier than a Tide Pod, and that's the end of that meme.
No more waifus. Again, I say. Continue.
All right. Taylor McArdle asks, how excited are you to finally have an MLP convention in Las Vegas?
So I think it's from Kyle Bush, who's someone I've met a few times at conventions. We've had one before, and it was just a whole total disaster that almost ruined the entire convention community. Like, it got close.
And this was Unicon?
Yeah, Unicon almost broke all conventions.
It's true. I remember watching that kind of burn in flames from sitting at my computer desk.
Now, not a lot of people, me included, don't really know what happened with Unicon. Could you give a brief overview of what happened?
So basically, the con chair, either A, we still don't have definite proof of this, but either A was a total scammer, or B was just totally incompetent in the worst fucking way. So it just got, it's the Rain versus the Burning World, or DashCon.
Oh,
but it was worse. Because
worse than
all the VIPs basically didn't get appearance fees. They had to get reimbursed for their flights and hotels. That's what all the brony community raised funds for, to get them covered. Not to get them paid, but to get them covered. Same with the musicians, because the person organizing it really just screwed the pooch on that one. The music person, and didn't do anything to fix it, so the community had to do it. So I'm happy to have one back to prove that it was the location. It's not the location, it was the people.
Well, awesome. I know all eyes are on HRPC right now.
Is paying everything up front.
So how many...
We will have no outstanding debts day zero of con.
So
that's because you're awesome and you're on the ball. I'm sorry, Nick, but please continue.
How many minutes were you allowed in the ball pit?
I was
Jesus Christ. But still, that's really awesome. And I know that was one thing that Ludi was talking about extensively, is that you guys are going to make sure that there is a year 2 for HRPC. All eyes are on HRPC right now to do it right.
Yeah, no, for real, the thing I'm most looking forward to is for the first year to be done, so we can start planning for the second year and have a year to do it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, I really hope there's a huge turnout at HRPC, so you guys get some real serious funds to work with and make year 2 even better than the first.
Oh, it will.
But we're going to be there to make history happen for year 1. So, let's move on. We have questions from a friend on Discord that privately sent some messages to me because they'd prefer not to use a FimFic account. By all means.
I know who it is.
Yeah, you know who it is. But in the future, if you guys would like to ask a guest and you don't necessarily have a FimFic account, first of all, consider making a FimFic account. Secondly, consider asking them during the Twitch stream itself. We are listening. We are watching. And if they're out there in the chat, we will happily give them. So I know that means that you have to tune in, but otherwise, FimFic accounts are free. Go ahead and join up and join the Barcast group. First question. So, we hear you have a turmeric allergy. You want a shot of kombucha at HRPC?
All right, so there's a story behind this, and yes, I know this is you, miss. All right, so I brought alcoholic kombucha made in Phoenix to Ciderfest, and because I knew Tabitha really, really loves kombucha, so I figured you might like to try some alcoholic kombucha. So I brought a turmeric, general fruity one and then a blueberry basil one. The first night I had the blueberry basil one, totally fine. Shut up, Scott. Just Thornwing, stop it. Totally fine the first night. Second night I tried the turmeric one, and a few hours later it felt like I'd been drinking all day. And I usually can handle myself pretty easily. JJ knows this. He's dashy dot in the chat. He knows I can usually handle myself under any kind of alcohol stuff. I'll black out before anything happens. But this one made me sick.
Oh.
Yeah,
so
can do that to you.
No, like the first one was fine. The second one, because I didn't know at the time that I had the allergy, so I just had a bunch.
An allergy. I thought you meant like the natural. I thought you meant like the natural alcohol that it produces.
No. So basically,
it's a bitch. Apparently,
I drank and drank and drank, and then a couple people there were trying to press me with drinks. One of the guests was pressing me with more drinks. And it got to the point where I was, taken to my room because I don't know what was going on. Because usually, again, I don't know why I was so drunk, or as what I thought was drunk. And I had some late morning, which was not great.
Shit, man, that sucks.
You don't want an upset Nicole Oliver at you, trust me. That's all I'll say on that.
Okay, we'll keep that off the books. Holy crap.
That's
all good.
Amazing.
If I remember correctly, Bill was saying the other day that Nicole Oliver is kind of the mom of the VA group.
Oh yeah, she is. She is my mom at conventions, even when I'm working with her.
That's so sweet.
Oh,
that's so sweet.
I love that
wonderful.
I love that we get this this behind the scenes kind of personality of the VAs from the show. It's really cool.
Yeah, all right. So again, like that's between me and her, but I mean, obviously with all these people watching, yeah. But she's okay with me saying something like that. The one thing that I will again say about her though is my very first con working was BronyCon with her, and if I hadn't worked with her, I would not be the Viper person I am now.
Awesome.
Really? Wow.
Well,
no, we cannot get Nicole on here. She would. I could never convince her.
I would cry a little if we ever tried because I would be so intimidated that I'd probably just be like, "Hi," and then vomit on myself. Chat. So that would not go well.
No, we totally understand that certain members of the staff are, they're very attentive of their image, and we'll never attempt to have them on. It's a blessing, and it's a blessing that we had Bill on at all, to be honest. So
yeah.
Plus, we're very focused on the community. So, number 2. So the question is, what's your favorite story involving Brian from Lakefront Brewery in Milwaukee? Another very specific question.
Real quick, let me finish on the other thing. So I go home and because I'm concerned, like, why was I so drunk? This doesn't happen. Went to the doctor. I said what I'd been having, and he said, "Oh, a lot of people can be allergic to turmeric." I'm like, "Oh, maybe that's it." So we did a few tests, and I'm extremely allergic. Like, if I'd had more, I might have actually gotten ill.
Wow. Well, yeah, no turmeric for you in Vegas. Jesus.
Blueberry basil's fine though.
By the way, I love that you said turmeric and basil. Just wanted to say that right now. It's adorable.
And normally only people from England say it that way, or Scotland.
A lot of people in New England, like the Pennsylvania, Maryland accent. So I'm from Maryland. That's kind of what I do.
That makes a lot more sense to me.
All right.
As for Brian, so Brian is the best tour guide at Lakefront Brewery, and the first year we did it, let's see, I was a handler in 2014 with Peter, and we went to a different brewery tour. But 2015, I was with Peter. Was I running it that year? I think I was running that department that year. I don't remember even. That's so many blend together. And we went to Lakefront Brewery as Charlie's idea. Charlie, we're the con chair of Ciderfest now. And we had Jen Blake there, and there's this whole thing with you know what a bunghole is in terms of kegs?
Mm-hmm.
No.
So like on a keg, like there's the little hole that you put a little stopper in. So the little stopper is called a bunghole.
Oh, things I learned today. Thank you.
Okay.
And we had a little a circle around how she was holding up the bunghole, and he deemed her the princess or the queen of bungholes.
That's
I think there's
wow.
a video somewhere that Charlie did. But anyways, that's the best story about that. Because I wasn't there for where he skipped his wife's and his anniversary in order to do another tour with us. I missed it that year.
Whoa.
fucking whoops. We have a question from the chat now. It says, as a fellow Arizonan, what is the best city in the Phoenix metro area, and why is it?
Because Tempe is the best place to get beer in Phoenix. It's got the best beer.
Is
It's
it
the best beer. It's the best. Sorry.
In Phoenix, yeah. Tucson has better beer, though, for sure.
Oh gosh.
Enemies made.
Thank you, the amazing me.
Yeah. The chat right now is going nuts about bungs and beer and everything.
All right. Number 3. Tell us about the formation, rise, and eventual death of TubCon.
Let's be clear, I killed TubCon. That was me.
You killed it.
I killed it by beating into the ground.
What is TubCon?
How's this?
TubCon started at BabsCon 2015.
Oh no.
I saw pictures of this. No. I saw pictures of TubCon.
I feel like I've seen this too. We were there.
I was handling Peter,
Yes.
and it was Jen Blake's either her first convention or at least the first time I was there with her. We were at the Dead Dog party in the green room, and Peter, there was a lot of people in there. A lot of people. So Peter started getting a bit like overwhelmed a little bit, kind of. So we went to the bathroom, which is really big with a giant tub, and we just sat in there for a bit. And then eventually Jillian joined us, and Stefan joined us, and a couple other people. I don't remember who else. And then eventually more and more just attendees and staffers started getting in there, and it became this packed room. And I'm just like starting to just get a bit antsy about it because people are going to be spilling their alcohol over people, especially Peter or Jen or them. And I'm starting to be like the wanting to fix the situation kind of guy. And then Pizza shows up, just randomly. No, wait, no, I lied. It didn't randomly show up. Peter wanted it, and I was broke by then because that weekend drained me horribly because back then I had a shitty job. And so he asked me to do it because I knew he'd reimburse me later, but I had to find someone to buy it for me. And I think, who was it that did it? British guy. It was one of the British guys I'm friends with. Ah, shit. Scott, we just hold on. I can't say it.
It's okay.
Uh-oh.
It's okay.
Fall Papers, yeah, Dex, you got it. It was Fall Papers. I ran into him. I was like, "Can you order me 2 pizzas?" And he's like, "Yeah, I got you."
Awesome.
So I had to walk through that whole room again, holding 2 pizzas, and just people trying to snatch them. It's like, no, fuck all of you.
So
Anyway, so that was the first TubCon, and then me and Peter and Jen were joking about it at another con and saying maybe we should have another one. And so I, for some reason, it got to the point where I really thought they were serious, and they seemed serious. So we made it a TubCon light at Ciderfest 2015, no, same year.
Oh my god.
So Corey, the con chair that year, bought 2 giant styrofoam, basically tubs. Jen and Peter were sitting in them, and it was a drinking panel and just shooting shit, basically. Eventually, they broke the tubs by just breaking them by sitting them and kicking them and stuff.
Oh.
Wonderful.
So, and then he told me never again.
Oh.
Aw. Well, that's it. It was fun while it lasted.
So
I don't know if any of that was fun.
Oh.
Well,
It was more stressful for me.
But at least there was pizza.
I got no piece of that pizza. By the time it got to like me, they were all gone.
Oh
Because we
man.
were snatching the hell out of it.
I've got to wonder about something because I'm realizing that you and I may have crossed paths before and not realized it. Actually,
Probably.
were you working at BabsCon in 2016?
Yes, that was Nicole Oliver's handler.
Interesting. I was gonna wonder because that was the year with the cosplay competition controversy thing that happened. Correct.
I only heard about that. I was so busy with everything
I was a
else.
judge for that contest.
Oh.
I was hanging out with Jen when that happened, and I was just judging the fursuiter portion of that, and I saw it kind of happen standing there, and in that beautiful photo that went all over the internet, and everybody else is just like looks horrified and disgusted. I'm laughing hysterically because I didn't know what else to do. So I had to wonder if maybe I ran across you at some point during that con.
I slept a lot that con.
And so
I mean, I'm
you
proud of
stole
you.
his pizza.
Yeah,
I did not.
were you at the Dead Dog party at all?
No, I couldn't make it to that.
All right. Then then honestly, I probably didn't run into you.
Oh, well, that if you were sleeping
unless
more,
you were
that could happen.
or unless you were at Dusty's party.
Not technically, no.
Oh, that was the party that we were trying to find,
Yes, where I was.
and we
I was
weren't able
invited.
to join.
No.
But are you going to be at Babs this coming year?
No.
Oh,
that's a shame. Well, we'll have pizza for you in your honor. How's that sound?
Well, I mean, there's High Roller PonyCon.
Well, we can have pizza with you at High Roller PonyCon.
There we go.
That
Yeah.
we're gonna flood Twitter #HRPC #DubCon the revival.
No, please, no. Peter is so done with it. He'd be like, "Why the fuck are you bringing it back?"
We'll try not to make your life too miserable.
But we have hit halfway through the convention.
Convention, yes.
Halfway through the podcast, so this is the
All
point
right.
where Pencil does her jingle, or is it?
Not today. Today, I'm going to take a minute to say a couple of. First of all, I know a lot of you have been following the whole YouTube controversy this last few days, and those that have helped out, that's really spectacular. Wanted to let you guys know that as of today, we did hit 1,000 subscribers.
Woo!
So yeah, woo! Everybody get excited for that. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, there will be a link in the chat. Please subscribe. That's also how we give money to horses. So if you want to give money to horses, you can subscribe, or you could donate to our Patreon, or you can just follow us on FimFiction. There's a lot of things you can do. But if you have subscribed, please do not unsubscribe. I know there are a lot of people thinking, whoa, mission accomplished, time to unsubscribe. That's not how YouTube works. Please don't do that. We need to stay at 1,000. Please stay there. For those that are already and they want to help out more, there's also a link to the Barcast Patreon, and there is also a link to our FimFiction, and you can do either of those things as well. But no, a serious heartfelt thanks. Please stick with us. Please don't just bail. You guys are amazing, and we couldn't do this without you. And because I guessed I said I would. And that's my stupid Barcast jingle without music. And we're done now. Please just listen, and we'll be done. Ta-da! The end. Okay.
Yeah.
I did like some sing. That's that.
Nah, you did it. And the only thing to add is that we got a new tier on Patreon. It's called the Punch tier. Basically, we're going to be releasing a video of me punching Enigma at BabsCon. So be sure to tune in, and you don't have to subscribe to the tier in order to do it. Just
Wonderful.
I thought it was like a tier where it's like the lowest one, where everyone who does that gets a punch from everyone on Barcast.
Oh, you see, that'd be nice though. This is you give us $5. We punch Enigma.
Punch Enigma where? Punch Enigma where?
We'll find out, won't we?
We'll find out on the next episode of Barcast. No. All right, let's go. We have questions from. Oh, go for
We
it.
have a question in the chat. Drew, why is your car such a shit heap?
It is a zombie ship heap because that thing won't fucking die.
Nice.
The people who've seen my car don't understand that car.
Jesus.
But that's my first car I got in 9 9 years ago? No, maybe 10 years ago now.
Jesus.
No, more than that. 11 years ago. Wow, 11 years ago. So it's a 99 Corolla, and it has been in 8 accidents. I have been in 1 accident.
Holy shit.
Wow.
As in, like,
How is
people
that-
would hit my car when I'm not in it all the time.
Wow, that's rude.
Yeah.
It's like super
So-
rude.
And so I've driven that thing cross country, though. I've driven it to Houston, Austin, like I was saying it before, Kansas City twice. And that car is just a beast. I've had to replace maybe the starter twice, the alternator once. But for the most part, like it won't die. It used to be called Steve, and now it's called Fred because it's been killed and reborn as a zombie.
Wow.
And the most recent one, the hood is completely is pretty crushed, but like not so it blocks my vision. And someone just pulled out right in front of me, running a stop sign, and like braked right in front of me. It was a big ass GMC. So of course his car's fine, but I still drove that car to both Salt Lake City and with a dash JDOT in the chat, and to Las Pegasus, or not Las Pegasus, Equestria LA with him. And it made it.
Yeah, that's what counts.
And it made it back.
No,
Well, like,
no.
actually, when we got there, the battery started, like, the connector started slipping off, but I fixed that.
Yeah.
And then suddenly there's a giant-ass nail in the road that went right through my tire.
Fuck. See, I was just about to say something like, you take care of the car takes care of you. But instead, this sounds more like a Dom-Sub relationship.
It really does.
Basically that, yeah. Like, I have 4 tires in my car, right? So I have 3 of them with warranties. So there's a 1 in 4 chance that I'd have to pay, like, for a brand new tire. Luckily, it was not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a 6-inch nail, like about 2 inches around.
Jesus. All right.
And the accident did, as Star says, fix my car. I used to have some issues turning to the left, like where because the bent rim, but it's fine now. It used to vibrate at past 70, like the steering wheel would vibrate really badly. That's gone. So the recent accident fixed the issues in my car.
Yay.
This car is
Like,
a zombie.
Sounds like it, Jesus.
all right. Now we got some questions from Bullet Shaba, who I don't recognize. I think they're here just for you.
He's a friend of
Yeah.
mine, yeah.
Oh,
So
lovely.
Number 1. What is the strangest convention story, pony or not, you have had or heard and are allowed to talk about?
Can't talk about, like, any... Okay. I can't talk about any of the strangest ones. But I guess I can talk about this one because the convention doesn't exist anymore and no one from that convention does anything else. It's Brony Fanfare 2014. I last minute decided I was going out there to handle for Peter, and I emailed the contractor saying, "Hey, do you guys need a handler?" He's like, "Oh, we're not using handlers." And I'm like,
Ooh.
So then I messaged Ralph, who I'd met at that BronyCon that year, which is Peter's agent, and saying, "Hey, so they don't have handlers. Do you want my help there?" He's like, "Yes, please." So I get there, and they're like, "We don't have any car for you to drive them around in, so you have to use yours."
Ooh.
Now, this is before my car got really bad. It was bad, but not that bad. And so it was just weird little, like, they just didn't care about anything guest related, like, at all, even though they invited them.
Holy shit. That's
Wow,
awful.
Jesus.
Like, no, they did autographs, they paid for the room, paid for the flight, but it wasn't like they didn't have any, like, forefront knowledge of what should we do to make the guests comfortable or happy, nothing like that. And the worst memory from there is we were driving back from getting food downtown to the hotel, and it was raining, and there's this one exit off the highway that goes right to the convention. And the way that Austin's set up is one side goes one way, the other side of the highway goes the other way. Once you miss a street, you have to go all the way back around. So I didn't want to do that again. So I basically got off the highway, went straight to the exit, hydroplaned really bad, like, and barely made it in.
Oh.
Peter's just like gripping the seat, like, what the fuck?
And I take it you and Peter are still on talking terms.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
And then also in there was Natasha Levenger, one of the writers, and she gave me an autograph saying, "Thank you for your help in your amazing chariot."
Let's just hang that on the wall.
Oh, it's on my wall next to me right here with everything else. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Do you have any other cool merch before we move on to the next question?
I've been given so many art gifts from just thankful people that I've helped out at conventions. I've always run out of wall space.
Oh, wow.
I have a lot of Jen Blake prints.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And I got to the point where Peter, I had to tell him no more autographs.
Oh.
The last, first he did just wrote NO on one and signed it, and then he just stopped because he was getting too many.
That's sweet. Let's see. Number 2. Do you think any over the princesses?
It's probably any of the princesses.
It's any of the princesses.
Do you think any of the princesses could rule in our world as a traditional monarch? If so, who and why?
Oh,
Why
definitely Celestia.
Daybreaker. Okay.
Well, no, Daybreaker would win all our wars, sure, but you'd need Celestia for the peace times.
So you need that split personality pony thing going.
Exactly. So we instantly win all the wars with Daybreaker, but like for just handling the day-to-day stuff, Celestia totally. She's perfect as a ruler for that.
She can be your Angle or your Devil.
I see Celestia as like a socialite, Twilight as the one behind the technical sides of governing, Luna as the possibly the war side should be needed, and Cadence is
nothing.
Cadence.
Garbage.
She's not part of Equestria anymore. I don't know what you're talking about.
Princess of garbage.
It's her own empire completely.
It's true. It's like a sister empire country.
Smaller too, and she rules over a frozen wasteland.
Garbage.
Moving on. Number 3. What has been the most surreal pony-related experience you've had since becoming the fan of the show?
So, the most surreal one was some stuff that happened when I went to Vancouver for BronyCon. I ended up staying there for a whole week and a half, but I can't talk about that stuff. But all I'll say is that doing this work has gotten me close to so many people I would have never gotten close to otherwise. And it's been amazing.
That's awesome. Let me pivot and see if I can ask you a similar question a different way. Excluding HRPC, what is your favorite pony convention?
Okay, so...
Is this going to offend a lot of people you know if you answer this?
Probably.
Ah.
But I'll do it anyway.
Ooh. Controversy.
I really, really liked BronyCon for a long time, but it's no longer. Ooh. So I guess Everfree. Everfree.
Everfree Northwest.
Yeah, I mean, Scott would kill me otherwise, so I guess Everfree.
Alrighty. Now, we have a question from the non-Pencil. Pencil, would you like to read your own question, or you want me to do it?
Real quick, don't get me wrong, I do really, really like Everfree. I'm not saying that as I guess.
Oh, yeah, no. We're taking it as there's a lot of high contenders. There's a lot of good pony cons. It's just a matter of...
I won't say that. There's a lot of... There's a decent amount of pony cons. There's not a lot of good ones. I'll say that. How about that?
Ooh.
How about there's a lot of fun?
There's a lot of really well-attempted ones.
Excellent. That's about as diplomatic as we'll get, I think.
Let's not throw any particular con under the bus. Please invite us to cons. And let's go to the next question.
My answers do not reflect Barcast, even though they all approved them.
It's true, we did. Anyway.
That's true. We're hot garbage.
We are.
Pencil, you have the next question. Do you want to read it?
I want you to read it.
All right. How do you feel about pubic hair, particularly hair on the testicles? How much is too much? How little is too little? Discuss.
I don't have a preference one way or the other, but I've had girlfriends who did care, so I usually just do whatever makes her happy.
What is the consensus
Did they like demand that you shave it, or was it
No,
a
they
matter of like I
requested.
like it?
Yeah, they requested it, and 2 out of 3 said to shave it, so I did.
Oh, nice.
Painful originally.
How do I mean? I'm curious. How do you shave your balls? Because
With a razor.
Very
Well-
carefully.
Very carefully, but
I
yeah.
don't feel comfortable bringing a sharp object near the twins.
If you cut it, it's not gonna fall out.
Well, I also have a decent beard, and so I have a lot of practice just shaving. And so just take that practice and you apply it somewhere else.
Shaving your face and shaving your balls are two different things.
You can cut both, so once you're practiced at one and very practiced, you're just very careful at the other one.
Oh my god.
Are you?
I
well, you have to-
I also use shave butter, which is really way better than shaving cream.
To be fair, Enigma is like a monkey in level of hairiness. So
Oh,
it
I'm not
could
that
be
hairy, so.
It could be that he like has a forest down there, and so the idea of him shaving would be like actually like a pony shaving off fur. Like it might be that kind of a concern. I don't know. I've never seen his balls, nor do I want to. So Enigma, do you have a forest of testicles down there?
A forest of testicles.
Yes, a forest of testicles. You heard
Like
me.
an anglerfish.
Like an anglerfish. Do you have a bunch of hair on your testicles?
Little manscaping wouldn't hurt.
Okay, well, trim that shit up then, I guess.
Oh boy.
All right, we have a handful of questions from the chat from Silent Author, who is the creator of the new Filthy Philly podcast. I'm going to try to do my best to do a silent author impression. So here we go.
But it's all caps. Priest, you have to scream it. That's the rules.
No, there's questions earlier back that we skipped.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, no, we dropped the ball. We're awful. And then I ruined everything because I lost my spot. Okay, here we go. Drew, would you date your waifu if she became a pasta bowl?
If she became what?
A pasta bowl.
Oh, a pasta bowl.
I thought
Yes.
the exact.
I thought you were saying. I thought you were trying to say opposable, and I'm like, what?
Opposable waifus, the new thing.
I think
Opposable waifus.
I think the exact wordage he used is a bowl of spaghetti.
No, that's later.
No, that's later on.
I see. Would you date a wife that became possible? If it's like fettuccine alfredo, probably.
Well, that shit's sexy. I agree.
All right.
I mean, I could just imagine the ASMR squishing noises already.
It said date. It didn't say anything else. It just said date.
Well, the next question is a little
Let's
bit more
take it
than
a step
date.
farther. What would it take for you to fuck a bowl of spaghetti?
At least 10 grand.
Well, you heard it, guys. Don't ask the man.
You set your price high. I did it for $20.
Well, 10 grand would solve all my problems currently, so that's all I need.
Would it get you a new car? Would it get you a new car?
Get me a new car, pay off bills, all kinds of stuff.
I feel
Yes,
that.
I will totally do this if you crowdfund it. Like I don't know
crowdfund the
if
shit out of that. I'm down.
Like, I probably wouldn't do it public. Like whoever crowdfunded it, sure they can watch, but like for 10 grand, sure.
No, we're not gonna like Black Mirror this shit.
We're coming up with new markets right here.
Go fuck me. The next big website.
Go fuck me. Force people to do horrible things for money. I love it. I actually cash like.
So is the title GoFundMe, but the N and D are scratched out and replaced with CK?
Yes.
Basically, yes. All right. Let's go to Cyberface on GOTDM, who says,
I'm ready.
Would you friend Thing Pony?
Did he say friend?
Yes.
It might be an autocorrect problem.
That might be an autocorrect because, like, okay, well, here's Thing Pony, just so you know what Thing Pony looks like.
Oh, where's? Oh, friend it? Sure, I guess.
Bestest friends forever.
Friend, yeah, okay. I can friend a lot of people. I mean, I'm friends with JJ, so.
The airplane?
No, dash J dot in the chat.
Jesus Christ.
All
Okay.
Okay, that's weirder, but okay.
Let's see. Next question. Which two food of your choice would you ponify and go on a dinner date with and have fun?
Oh, have fun as in just normal date fun, or are we talking about like have fun?
This is
Probably-
up to your interpretation.
All right, then we're talking about vanilla fun. So
Is it
fettuccine alfredo and orange chicken.
Oh.
not mixed together though, right?
No.
Okay. Just to be clear, because fettuccine alfredo is a special sacred thing.
It's
Oh
true.
yes, of course. I can make really good fettuccine alfredo.
Oh, don't talk dirty to me like this. I'm in public.
We can arrange a trade. We'll bring the booze, you bring the noodles, and we'll be good. Anyway, number 3. Who are your top 5 waifu ponies?
Waifu ponies. Let's see. That'd be saffron masala, number 1 for sure.
Oh, looks
Ooh.
exotic.
Well, she's a cook. I love cooking. Fluttershy just because adorbs. Luna because Woona. Cloud Kicker,
Okay.
the most winningest pony there is. And Daybreaker, obviously.
Yes. All right. Is that from 5 to 1 or in no particular order?
It's based 5 to 1 because Daybreaker would be hard to waifu.
Fair. All right, number 5. We have a would you rather. Would you rather have
boy.
3 months with your pony waifus who are anthro in your house, apartment, etc., with all of them on their periods? You have to help them with their problems while on Earth, or B, stuck. Oh, there's 3 choices.
Yeah.
B, stuck in Pony World for a month, feral form, with no clothes when appearing in the middle of Ponyville. Or C, be stuck in the Fallout Equestria universe with the main 6,
Nice.
helping them get home to their universe.
It's like
C. It's definitely C.
There's
Nice.
Like, there's like information.
That'd be
overload
really
right
fun.
there.
No,
I
I
mean-
followed it pretty well. I also
Yeah, you did a pretty good
read
job.
it beforehand, so
Ah, smart man.
and also like the absinthe, it's not doing as what I thought it would. Like, what percentage is this?
What
68.
brand? What
Fuck.
brand of absinthe are you drinking?
Does it
though?
have
It's
one?
Pernod.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's Pernod. It's like
Yeah,
it
you
was
should
an
be fine.
$90 bottle
Yeah, you should be
Alright.
fine. Like you're not drinking like Lucid or some shit like that. I was just wondering.
or
Drew,
gluten free.
Drew, you are a guest who holds his liquor.
Wow.
Hey, we all drink.
Wait, I'm a
Is that-
guest who holds his liquor?
Hey!
Mm-hmm.
Probably because I handle a lot of VIPs
Hey!
who are constantly guests getting drunk.
Hey! Now is dumb question, not related to the podcast at all. The hallucinogenic in absinthe
Okay,
is
here I'll
woodworm,
cut you
right?
off right there.
Wormwood.
There's
sweetie.
no hallucinogenic in absinthe. There never was. What was causing hallucinations was alcohol poisoning.
Oh.
Such a high, it used to be even higher than 68%, but people didn't understand how alcohol poisoning worked back then. So they'd have a normal amount of absinthe as they would like whiskey, but because there's so much more alcohol in it, they'd start hallucinating.
Oh.
So it's the exact same recipe as it used to be. There's still anise, there's still wormwood, there's still all that shit. It's just now they know it better, know what it means better.
And why was it banned for so long then?
It was banned because of prohibition, because they just assumed that people were irresponsible as fuck still,
Oh.
and they were kind of right.
Fair enough, yeah.
Isn't wormwood poisonous?
Yes,
No.
it is. It can
Not
be actually.
not the amounts, not in the amounts that's in alcohol.
Wormwood is technically not a hallucinogen. It's much closer to like say camphor, but it can make you feel pretty fucking fuzzy.
Yeah, I mean like
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
not gonna make you like see purple monkeys or shit, but it might make you feel a little bit loopy.
It's kind of like how valerian in large doses can really be bad for you, but in small doses you just get chill as fuck.
It actually
Exactly.
is more like that. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
yeah, but this is Pernod Fields, which is like one of the original recipes
Oh, nice.
from France.
You having that with the sugar cube?
Actually, no, I'm doing it with Mountain Dew because it makes an amazing taste.
Oh
So,
god, now I'm curious. Fuck.
unlike really bad absinthe has a really bad like black licorice taste with like a mint kind of a hint on it. But this one is much more subtle on the black licorice. It's a lot closer to, it's closer to red licorice, honestly, with the less of a mint flavor. So Mountain Dew, which was originally made to mix with whiskey, it fits perfectly with it.
That sounds lovely as balls. Thank you.
I'm surprised you guys haven't questioned why I know why some things are poisonous or not.
I'm gonna guess because your dad hated you so much he tried to put.
Well,
Moving on.
You want to get depressed?
Moving on. Drew,
So I said C to that, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Drew, are you a Zelda fan?
I am.
We
Okay.
actually talked about this. Yeah.
Number 5. You are stuck in one of the Zelda universes. You have 2 choices as a con for having God mode enabled. So,
Is this con as in like pro and con?
yes.
Okay.
Would you rather get attacked by a cuckoo?
Yes.
Oh man, now there's a soundbite of me saying that. Great.
Cuckoo. Yes.
Or having to pay, or every 10 minutes, or having to pay the 10 times the amount of rupees for no cheats to get unlimited rupees.
All right, so I've got God mode. So, but money's still important, so I choose the cuckoos.
Okay.
Good luck, man.
If I'm in God mode, I can't get hurt,
Yeah.
and that's a lot of free chicken for orange chicken.
Oh.
There you go. This bright side of everything. Good job.
Just get that big Goron sword and just tear shit apart.
Bigger on sword, yeah.
All right. Now, from Vandamoose. Number 1. If you had the ability to shape change yourself into an inanimate object, what object would you choose and why?
A full beard.
Well, why?
Because I read the rest of these questions.
Oh. Okay. Number 2. Which building in Small Horse Town is best building?
Oh, that's Vinyl Octavia's shared building.
Oh.
Is it because they're in it, or is it because of the design? Because I mean, if we're going by best
All
design,
the above.
if we're going by best design, it's really hard to deny that Rainbow Dash's cloud fortress is.
I can't stand in that place.
It's
so-
true. You will fall through the clouds. I wrote a story on this.
I did. I forgot.
Like
I take it back.
my theory as to why Tank can walk around it just fine is because Rainbow placed them there.
What? Why would that?
If an object, okay, my theory is if an object is placed on a cloud by a Pegasus, it will stay. If it's placed by another species, it will
Pets
fall
are
through.
not objects.
Yeah. Wow.
Got him!
Way to objectify that turtle. That's so.
Tortoise.
Fuck! I
yeah.
ruined everything.
Did you just assume
Wow.
that tortoise is just a species?
That was totally speciest of me.
As somebody who's sensitive to species of all types, I apologize. Language. I am sincerely sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm done.
Well-
We just did that.
Well, I hate to say it, but Enigma does have a point because it's not just Tank that she brought up there.
It's just
Okay.
the furniture. That's a good
I mean,
point.
well,
Actually.
furniture, all her trophies, and some of them she didn't get from Cloudsdale or anything, so they probably wouldn't
Sure,
be enchanted.
objects.
Mhm.
But like, if she could just place anyone there, then Twilight would have understood that and not have to cast that spell on rarity.
Yeah,
So,
but Twilight had to look
Twilight's
up
smart.
cloud walking spells in the first place because she knew jack shit about it. So
Also, because the only reason the CMC were able to get Rainbow for the love poison, is because Scootaloo was the one holding the vacuum cleaner on the Rainbow.
I don't follow.
Anyways,
Moving on.
Anyways,
But about other things. About our guest.
important
See,
things.
Number 3. Which butt is best pony butt?
I believe I've already said this, but Daybreaker.
Yes.
Mm.
Would you cuddle best pony butt and
Because
risk the
sunbutt.
flame?
Sunbutt is sunbutt no matter what form. So yes.
But would you risk the flames? Would you burn your face on the video?
Well, let's see.
hey, that
My
flame is hot as
first
fuck,
ever
so, yeah.
OC I made. My first ever OC I made was convinced to be, for me to make by some friends on Pony Square. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that place. That's
Was it an alicorn?
No, of course not.
Okay.
Ew.
Oh, good. Okay.
I had to
But
check.
it was a red and black unicorn with hair that was made of flames. But it wasn't from the pony world. It was from the Xanth world, from Piers Anthony. So it was like a fire horse, like fireman, but fire mare. You know.
All right.
And his hair was on fire, so it'd be fine if I was in that form.
Okay. Let's see. Number 5. Now you are in Small Horse Town. Unfortunately, you are stuck in the form of your chosen inanimate object. Who finds you, and for how much will you be sold to for who?
So I'm a beard, as we've already stated, a full beard. Pinky finds me, sells me to Celestia, because by Celestia's beard.
Oh! I was so confused earlier with your comment, but you set up for the wittiest shit. Oh, I like you.
Okay, for some reason, when I imagine Celestia with a regular-looking beard, she has a Lennon beard in my mind's eye for some reason.
No, it's a beard with the same color as her hair. You know, it's a by Celestia's beard.
Oh my god. All right. Number 6. Will this be considered slavery?
I'm an object, and I can't talk. So, as far as intents and purposes, no.
Oh, I'm so entertained.
I'd be a willing beard participant.
Did you just objectify yourself as an object?
I think that's
if
how
I were an object, then yes.
Did you just label your own state of being?
I'm currently not a beard, so no.
Number 7. By the way, how common is slavery in Small Horse Town?
Almost non-existent, except for Spike.
But the cows.
Also,
they're willing participants.
Also, Rainbow sold Fluttershy to indentured servitude for a book, if you remember.
Willing participant.
True. All right, number 8. Spike, the local pyromaniac, got possession of you, and wait, he tries to insert you into this little gay ass. Oh my god. Okay, we have one of these questions. He tries to insert you into his little gay asshole. Out of shock, you change back into your original human form. Do you A, thank the little dragon that he scared you so much that you were able to change back into your old self, or B, punish him for your attempt to stick you, the beard, up his butt? Please describe in glorious detail.
I would thank him and then leave him because Celestia's going to kill him anyway. Because he would have had to rip the beard off of her face.
I also have to ask, if you transformed back into you while you were in his anus, wouldn't that kill him anyway? Yeah.
Well, dragons are pretty durable, so we don't know. And magic's pretty strong.
But also that anus, though.
Who knows?
Though. He'd be a bit butthurt.
The world will never know.
Thank God the world will never know. Jesus.
Pencil, do you really want to think about Spike's Angus?
I wish I never had to, but you never fucking know. Like.
Number 9. Would you have allowed to be stuck into Best Pony Butt's butt, Dave Breaker butt?
I mean, I don't have a choice if I'm an inanimate object, so it doesn't matter if I'd allow it.
Fair enough. Also, VIPR guest, VIPR guest, VIPR guest, VIPR guest, VIPR guest, VIPR guest.
All right, let me just finish this glass.
VIPR guest, VIPR guest. Anyway.
All right. Grayson asked a question, but it's on the borderline. I'm gonna tweak it around a little bit. I apologize. If you notice, Grayson leaves you a wonderful little image about folding up paper of faces to make amazing other faces. Would you care to join him in a fine time of mixing the faces?
Depends on whose faces we're mixing. And if we're actually like mixing people's faces or photos of them.
Okay, that's sort of, for a second there, that sounded like you were hitting on someone. I was like, hey girl, you want to mix faces?
That would be the worst pickup line of all time. My God.
You try that pickup time and pick up Enigma, and we'll get that story on here.
Fine,
Yeah,
I'll
let us know
try
how
it.
that goes.
I don't care. I'll try it. I'll do it at Bev's.
You'll
Oh,
get
you should-
slapped.
Totally try to pick up Sony with that.
Should I be concerned if it works though?
No, not really.
I'd be concerned for the girl because, man, those standards
Ew.
got him. Okay. We're going down to randomme284, which is our final post. If you guys got more questions, be sure to post them in that Twitch chat.
Yeah,
So-
or actually on the thread too, depending on what you want to do. We've got enough time for probably a couple more questions after this, so go for it.
Yeah, we can't tell you what to do, so do it. Let's see. Question number 1: Are you gay for me? Says randomme284.
Considering I've never met you, probably not.
Ah, got him.
Crushed.
Let's see.
Hopes and dreams crushed.
Next question is: Feel the music. Feel the music. What's your favorite music genre?
Whatever one I'm listening to at the time.
Not
Aw,
picky.
Kind of
then?
listen to everything.
death
Except
metal.
for, I don't like rap that much.
But so you are you in the no rap no country category? Or is it just rap?
No, my uncle's a country singer, so I really hope I'm into country.
Really?
Neat.
Who's your
Yeah.
country music of choice?
My uncle? Didn't I just say that?
Well,
I
I
didn't
mean,
choose-
like radio music.
If I didn't choose my uncle, I would be like murdered by him.
Okay, fair enough.
You can choose your uncle, but you can't choose your music.
I'm pretty sure
And
you
yes,
can.
Someone said heavy metal or death metal, and I listened to Pentakill, which is really good.
Holy shit! Yeah, that's a deep cut. Nice.
No, like Priest and you are gonna have to like have sweet romantic talks now by the campfire or something because he
I mean,
never
I
gets
tend-
to talk about metal.
I mean, I tend to lean towards like Whitechapel and Born of Osiris, but yeah, that's a serious fucking choice. All right. Let's see. You are in Equestria. You get to pick one pony or other creature to fuck. You get fucking rights for them for your whole life, but only them. Who'd you choose?
If I'm in Equestria, that means there's humans in Equestria, so I pick another human.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
But what if you're the only human?
Nah, it never happens.
But what if it did?
And I wouldn't choose!
Got
And
him.
he doesn't like that quadruped posterior.
Not a
Throw the phone
fan.
knife.
All right. What is your opinion on cheese?
I love cheese, and now that I can actually eat it again, I love it even more.
What terrible thing befell you that you could not eat cheese?
Yeah.
For like a
I-
year and a half, I was like lactose intolerant or something. Like I
Poor
couldn't
baby.
drink milk anymore. I couldn't eat a fettuccine alfredo. I couldn't like.
Yeah, I've
All
been
right,
there.
actually, let me correct this. I could. You just know the consequences.
I'm
Yes.
so sorry. I feel for you.
You
Then
got better. though.
Suddenly, I had no problems.
Well, you know,
So I
whatever
think it
you
was
fixed,
stress.
whatever you fixed in your body, I'm glad it was fixed because I
Probably
know
the tumor.
the tumor. Got it. Yeah, no. Once you had that tumor, now I'm feeling really sad. There's no way I can fix this. I'm gonna stop.
No, I'm pretty over it now.
I'm glad.
However,
That's
funny
good.
story. One of my bosses at work made a cancer joke, and I had an actual brain tumor. It was non-cancerous, but like I brought it up to him, like being all offended and stuff, pretend. And he just
my
like was
God.
falling over backward, trying to correct himself.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So I
mean-
he's the manager who usually gives me a lot of shit, so it was perfect.
Watching him just like backpedal desperately, like, oh fuck, never mind. I'm sorry. Oh god.
Sort of reminds me of a recent incident with me and hemophilia.
Yes, that was amazing. I don't mind sharing that if that.
I don't-
Go for it. We don't care.
Oh god, we're gonna talk about Facebook on the podcast.
Drew is a guest. I wanted to check. So we good? Can I do that?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
totally fine.
Okay. So I was mentioning that I had to write something about hemophilia and the fact that writing about hemophilia made me itch, and I didn't know why. It's never happened before, but I was just sitting there like obsessively scratching my arm, and I was like, I don't like this. I don't know why this. I'm not afraid of blood. I used to work in a medical place. This is not a problem for me. Why am I itchy about hemophilia? And I posted on Facebook saying I was itchy about hemophilia. And one of my friends, Vicky, who has experience with hemophilia, like her father was died from hemophilia posted and was like, hey, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm like, of course, it's really sweet of you. And Enigma posted, just without looking it up, is it safe to assume that hemophilia is a sexual infection of blood? And without any hesitation, Vicky made the next post of, my dad died from. It's actually a very serious disease. And I'm just sitting there, like holding my face, like both laughing and crying, like, what the fuck, Enigma? And of course, Vicky handled it. He goes, it was bad. And Vicky's like, no, it's fine. But just, yeah, it's not a joke. So,
I mean, in my defense, hemophilia, hemo, blood, philia meaning, So I assumed.
like, I understand what you were getting at, but it
The
was just
thought process is there, but like,
But Google is right there. Google is always right there.
Oh, you should use the website. Let me just fucking Google it.
Oh, let me Google that for you.
Oh yeah, let me Google that for you, and it just types it in. I just love that website when people ask me questions.
What the hell is Google? Let me Google that real quick.
Oh my god.
Okay. We're gonna take a question from the chat. CyberDrake7777. Actually, that's one too many sevens. But anyway, would you hug a bat pony?
Absolutely. Ponies are squishy and like unhuggable.
Aww.
We also have some questions in the thread, just so you know.
Yes. Number 5 from Randomy. What's something you were uncertain about doing at first, but glad you ended up doing now?
Working conventions in a way, I guess. Or no, running Viper actually for conventions. It got dumped on me actually for Ciderfest because the guy who was running it kind of had to back out, and it just kind of last minute, 2 months out, got dumped on me. And I'm like, what? I don't know if I. And then according to everyone who's there, it went okay.
Oh, good. Glad for you then.
And then I did too many.
Aw. All right.
The year I did 10.
We have a few other questions from the chat. I'm going to be paying attention to there for just a hot second.
Mm-hmm.
Will you join the Warriors of Sunlight and Praise the Sun?
I think I'm already part of that group.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, fine then.
Let's see.
Check my Steam. Oh, go ahead.
Griffin Storm Leet, or 1337, asks, how do you feel about human in Equestria fanfiction stories?
I'm a big fan of Dresden Files, and there's some really well-written Dresden and Equestria stories by Chengar Kordath and Psychic Scuba Diver.
Oh, wow!
And they are really well-written. And I really love the vanilla or teen, like, gory kind of ones. Those are fine for me, but I'm not a fan of the Clop ones, man. It's not cool, man.
Oh, okay.
I know that's a controversial decision.
No.
To say in this in the people who watch this.
No, it's all.
I've
it's
seen
totally
stories
fine.
in your. I've seen the titles.
Well, that's fine. These 5 Clop authors will just hold our tongue for a second.
No, I won't. I'm kidding. I'm fine.
I mean, however, I do edit a lot of fanfics anonymously, and I do fanfics. Because it's hilarious to do it when no one knows that it was me who edited that one.
But it was Dio all along. I think I just ruined that meme. All right.
You did, again. It's fine.
HRPC Vegas has a question. Where the fuck is blank contract? I can't find it.
It's in the fucking drive, Jeff. All the other contracts.
Jesus Christ, Jeff, get it together.
The next question is very important to me, by the way, Priest.
What is your favorite cheese?
Alfredo or provolone? Like Alfredo if it's like with pasta, obviously. Provolone, anywhere else.
But I mean, like, if you're gonna eat it, it's a chunk of cheese. You're gonna go provolone?
A chunk of cheese?
Yeah, just gonna cut off a slice of that, man, and just eat it.
Either provolone or Havarti.
Oh, nice choice. I love Havarti, especially Havarti. So anyway, good choice.
I refuse to ever eat blue cheese because I'm not a fan of mold. I don't know about you guys.
I love mold. Give me that mold. Give me all the bacteria cultures. Give me yogurt. Hell yeah.
I mean, I'm also allergic to mushrooms, which is also a type of fungus / mold-ish kind of thing.
that shit. Don't risk that shit at all. Never mind.
So yeah.
All right. Next question is: have you heard of Mooney shorts before? The Mooney files, Mooney stories.
The Mooney stories.
Probably not.
Okay.
It's Philly Nightmare Moon. It's a bunch of cute little stories about it, written by Aidston.
I've read something by, I think, Andrew Joshua Talon called Luna Learns like how to use a microwave and stuff like that. I don't know if that's what you're talking about.
Nah, it's specifically called Mooney Shorts. Don't worry about it.
Lots of good names, though. You definitely have dug deep into the fan fiction community. That's cool to see.
You know your shit, man.
All right. Alex _ now has questions. Oh, go for it.
Cloud Kicker has some of the best stories about her, though, for sure. Especially by Jengar Kordath, even. Like, me and Dashy Dot are always arguing, because he's a big fan of, not Cloud Kicker, but Cloud Chaser. He's a big fan of Cloud Chaser, and I'm always arguing that Cloud Kicker is better. Because she is.
What's your compelling case?
She's the winningest pony. She wins.
Sold.
I still gotta read that.
Next question.
We're going to questions now from Alex _ in the thread. What is your favorite number between 107 and 529?
Between 107 and 529 would be 5.
Yes.
Oh wait, no, dang, 156.
All
right.
156. Nice.
Not tree fitty.
56 is my lucky number. So.
All right. Next question. Sook.
That's
suck.
the question.
What?
SUCC. Suck.
Oh, see, that's different. See, SUCK is very different from SUCC.
It is.
Yes.
And the answer is no.
Okay. Question number 3 from Alex is: have you had fun tonight?
Yes.
Wonderful. That's always good to hear.
Enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I was promised no professionalism, and you almost failed that. So
We
if
tried. We tried.
All right. The next question is from Vandamoose, who asks: is this you in the picture?
What?
I posted it here in behind the counter.
Let me see. Where?
It's
the
the
Celestia. Oh, but Celestia's View. Yeah, that's the one I was talking.
Yeah, there you go. Celestia the Beard.
There's a whole panel about that though, which is like, which is all the other ponies with beards by Celestia's Beard are.
Looking at the image, it makes me wonder: are her nose hairs also colorful?
Yes, but it's a mustache.
Yeah, but can you imagine how bad that would tickle if they like waved in the breeze too?
No, because ponies are already naturally hairy everywhere, so it wouldn't tickle any more than normal.
But
That's
on
true.
the inside of your nose?
Well, Celestia already has that naturally wavy thing. So it probably already does do that. So she's
but she also has no stray hairs sticking out of anything, so it'd be smooth and flowing, so it wouldn't tickle.
All right, we're going to grab another question from the chat. Griffin Storm comes back with: what is your favorite crossover story, if you have one?
Dresden Files. Like, I already said this.
Oh.
But other than that, it'd be any of the Star Trek Next Generation crossovers, like the Discord or Q Continuum or something. I forget what it's called.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh yeah.
Word Q stories, and I love that because he is basically. The moment I saw him on the show and he snapped his fingers and did stuff, I was like, "Oh, it is cute. I love it."
I don't know. I seem to like the idea better of Data crash landing there.
Well, like some of the ones I've read have been both.
All right. And now we got probably about 5 more minutes here before the end of the show. I want to hand this over to you, Drew, because obviously you are an administrator of HRPC. What can you tell us about HRPC? Give us your best case. Why should we be coming out to Las Vegas for this year's High Roller Pony Con? And do you have any additional thoughts on what is going to make HRPC the go-to con for this year?
And what prompted you to go?
I was about to say I'm going to
join
answer
AR?
that one too in the chat too.
Yes.
So I heard about HRPC around the same time that I was getting ready for the Salt Lake Con. What's it called? Krista Mountain Pony Con, which Scott was the financier for, I guess you could say, secretary of the board. Whatever. He's the guy, the money horse.
Mhm.
That's Thornwing. He's now the money horse of Everfree as well. And he's also a staffer at HRPC because why not? Anyways, so I saw the con was happening. I'm like, okay, so I don't want another disaster in Vegas. So let me see how competent these people are. So I put in an application saying, hey, you guys need someone to run your VIPR? Because I'll do that for new cons all the time just to test them out. And sometimes I'll get in and realize, oh, fuck this place, and I'm out. And other times they're like, oh, yeah, you guys have a shot.
Interesting.
So I put an application in, and he said, Jeff responded pretty quickly saying, hey, you know, I like your experience. You've got a lot of it. I'd love to talk to you at Crystal Mountain. So why don't we meet up there when you have some free time? I'm like, sure, yeah, that makes more sense. Meeting in person, I'm really better talking in person, honestly. I don't like texting that much. I don't like chatting like on Facebook, stuff like that. I'd much rather have a face-to-face conversation.
Right.
So, because I use my hands when I talk too, so it's like really helpful. But no, I'm not Italian.
I just
Anyway,
see
so
you like waving your face in front of your computer, hands in front of your computer screen right now.
My
Anyway,
face,
go ahead.
my face in front of my computer.
Just back and forth. Perfect.
So I met up with Jeff there. He seemed very put together, very sure of himself, very like I'm doing this to make things right, not because I think I'm better or because, you know, I want to be the guy who gets a lot of money or anything like that. He seemed like he had good intentions, and he just wanted a convention in Vegas to succeed and be a good place for bronies to go, especially since, you know, EQLA had just announced it was their last one. There's no more Pacific PonyCon as far as I know. I don't know if they've officially said it, but I don't think they're doing another one.
Nightmare Nights as well.
And then Nightmare Nights is gone, so there's no more con in the Southwest area, and there's no con in the Southeast area. So like there's this empty space of people, and you know Vegas is a perfect location for that. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm liking you. I don't know if I'm quite ready to be public about my support, but I will help you out because, you know, the stigma of Las Vegas was hurting. He was trying to get guests and, you know, the stigma, but we fixed it. We've got full support of all the guests and all the agents. We've got full support of the community. So after maybe a couple weeks of just talking to him and us planning, I'm like, okay, no, let's go public. I'm fully willing to openly support this.
Wonderful.
Did I answer all the questions there?
Yeah, I think you did. The other thing is like, do you have anything about the con that you'd like to reveal to us that you are allowed to reveal for us to talk?
So we've got 2 more guests to announce. I'll say that.
Okay.
One is a fan favorite, which could be a lot of people, obviously.
Obviously.
Yes.
And the other one is a fan favorite in a different way.
Interesting.
So I will say that.
Some clever hints there.
All right.
I like it.
Go
I like
to
it.
But they are both great to have at a party.
I
Let's get-
love that line too.
Let's get out the chalkboard, start drawing up some line maps.
Illuminati.
Yeah, we can figure out and trace it back, figure this out.
Let's put up our murder map.
All right, and there is a link to High Roller PonyCon right now in the chat. You guys should all go look into it. We really, really recommend you go to this con. It'll be great, and we will see you there. So go.
And on the website is where they can buy tickets.
Yes, that
Yes.
is correct.
Whoops, no,
That is
I got the code back.
What?
Oh.
Ooh, there's a 5% off code right there too. You can see it right there.
Drew, HRPC.
HRPC, not HRPC Drew.
This is your chance,
HRPC.
Barflies. Get out there, throw out Drew HRPC and get 5% off your ticket. We're going to be
Any
at HRPC.
ticket.
Any
Sponsored
ticket.
ticket also.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
that's a hell of a deal. What does some of your sponsored packages come with? Like T-shirts?
Poker chip sets, poker chips. Jeff can say the rest in the chat because it's better to have it visually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Putting
I
on the spot.
agree. I understand that.
Putting him on the spot. Come on, Jeff.
He can do it. I have faith. Either way.
all right, bar.
There we go. Hotel room, limousine transport.
Oh,
Wow,
We're gonna
that's
have
a lot
some
of good
ticketed
shit.
events, guys. Some really fun ticketed events with the guests.
Oh, yeah, plushies.
Plushies, yeah.
Oh.
Best mascot OC for sure. Flush Royale, guys.
But you guys are gonna have some sweet cosplayers there too.
Absolutely. Well, we haven't announced anyone yet, but we will have them. We're gonna have Dusty Cat too doing his cosplays.
Which is gonna be exciting. I owe that man a scotch, so I'm happy to go and harass him some like I usually do.
Any other questions you guys got?
I think-
No, that's it.
That's
We're
it.
actually out
You
of
did
time.
it. You did it. You got through it.
And
He
I'm
was only a
only
little
like
scarred.
partially dead.
Good.
Yay!
Partial death is better than entire death, I suppose.
I don't have to work till 11 a.m. So
We like to leave our guests alive and wanting for death. So, but this concludes this week's Barcast. Be sure to tune in next week when we have Starstorm and Milk. Help me with the other name because I'm garbage.
Tech Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie, awesome. And that's gonna be a lit cast. We haven't done a 2 for guest in a very long time.
It's gonna be exciting. I'm excited for it.
I'll have to
Make sure you embarrass Charlie.
Oh yeah,
Remember, he's very vanilla.
he's very vanilla. We're gonna have to ask what he thinks of Hope Holding.
Yeah, we are. Ooh,
Shit. All
I'm
right.
very excited. In the meantime, a reminder that if you like what you saw here today, you can go donate to our Patreon, which just goes to horses. It does not go to our drinking habits. I promise you on my honor, we donate to horses. You can also subscribe to our YouTube. Please subscribe to the YouTube and say subscribe so I don't hyperventilate. Or if you just want to give us some love the old-fashioned way, you can join our FimFiction group, and we'd love to see you there as well. And that's where you can ask questions. So here you go. That's my shilling. Please continue.
These episodes, of course, will be up on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Play. And until next time, everyone, this has been the Barcast. Your your bartenders for this evening are non-pencil, Enigmatic Otaku, Milk,
Noises.
Ravage,
Go see Flutter Priest in the Barcast.
and apparently I'm the lead of this misshapen band. Of course, we had the wonderful guest, Drucificious.
Yay!
Until next week, everyone. Yeah,
You were gonna say-
have a good weekend.
You were going to say keep screaming, you piece of shit, weren't you?
I was, but also be sure to tune in because we're doing the Secret Soundcast tonight. So
Stick around. We'll keep you informed.
Do I just leave it running or what? No?
Nah, we're gonna log out so we can say we can ask our guest what he thinks of us really.
yeah, I gotta pee.